Hey, it is deprogrammed. You may notice that this is being released Saturday morning. If you're someone who has subscribed, and I would love it if you would consider doing so. If you aren't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Yeah, you may notice that this is coming out on a Saturday. If you're someone who just listens to these when you get to them, then this is a nothing. This is a nothing burger, as it were. This is just a pod as you're getting to it. But if you are somebody who listens to them as they release, you'll notice it's a Saturday morning and not a Friday morning. There's a multitude of reasons that I did not release an episode on Friday. I want to be completely transparent and honest that part of that is my own mental health. I've been going really fast, really hard for a really long time. And I think I got in my head a little too much about the several different things I'm doing all at once. Kind of came to a head with something ludicrous, kind of really pushed me over the edge. And I needed to take a couple days off from between creating any kind of content or talking into a microphone or, anything that could be labeled as creative work, which sucks. I did play some guitar. I couldn't listen to music. This is bigger conversation than I meant to have here. Just the other reason, and probably the bigger reason, and I guess, I'll tackle this first. There were no questions. I didn't press hard enough to get questions for this week. So there were no questions for me to do a Q&A for a Friday episode anyway. But I also noticed, I'm loath to bring numbers into this, but I also noticed that over the weekends, my numbers do the worst. So I thought maybe skip a Friday episode, put an episode out on Saturday to see if it boosts weekend numbers or at least keeps weekend numbers afloat. Again, what does it really matter? It really doesn't, but other than aesthetically, when I look at I look at the numbers just to see how they're doing. I also noticed that without a Friday episode, the Thursday regular episode seemed to have a little bit more room to breathe and do better. So I don't know. Maybe I'll start doing something for Saturday instead of Friday. We'll see how this goes. There's nothing really to talk about here. I decided to, again, for the last couple months, I've been doing a daily episode, and I didn't want there to just not randomly be one. So we're putting this one out into the ether. Let me know how you feel about a Saturday episode. If you are somebody who subscribes and listens, when they come out. Otherwise, like I said, this probably doesn't affect you at all if you just listen to them as you come across them. So I would love it if you would consider pledging to the Patreon, patreon.com/ohhijustin. And, I hate to turn this into a whole pitch, but if you aren't pledging to the Patreon, this is a good time to get on board. If you go with the $3 level, you support the radio station as well, which again, I'm trying to bring your music show, Deprogrammed, WLOS, and, by proxy Undercutters, all into one thing, all of the things I'm doing, bring them into one. And the hub of that is the Patreon, and patreon.com/ohhijustin. Again, $1, it's super duper helpful. And if you get in at the $1 level, it does get you deprogrammed before the rest of the world. It gets you after the fact conversations. It gets you things like that. But if you want to support the station and me and everything else, getting in at the $3 level, I'll literally put your name to an hour on the radio station. So please consider that. And I guess in the interim, have a great rest of your weekend, and we will talk to you all on Monday. Bye.